ready? You are watching the C8 Corvette 252 show. Definitely click that subscribe button and let's get into the video. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. This is another episode of C8 Corvette 252, and this is your first time stopping by. Definitely don't forget to mash that subscribe button or push that subscribe button, however you want to say it. This is C8 Corvette 252. I want to thank you for stopping by today. As you see right now, we got the C8 Mid Engine Corvette right behind us. As you all know, I just took delivery of this bad boy probably about a week ago now. I have about 200 miles on it, so it's not broken in yet. But I got a lot of questions thus far about how much did I pay for this spec'd out C8 Mid Engine Corvette. We're gonna get into those details here shortly, but as you know, I got the key in front of me right now. I have this nice, awesome key tag. If you guys are interested in this, which I'm looking forward to seeing this on your key tag, definitely go to my website and definitely go check these bad boys out. It's awesome quality, and thank you for supporting the channel. With that being said, we're gonna take a spin in this bad boy, drive downtown, get some good footage for you all, and tell you all about how much I paid for this C8 Mid Engine Corvette. What's going on, you guys? So we're in this nice scenery, this nice drop, this nice background. And like I said before, you guys asked me numerous questions about my C8 Corvette, but the most popular one thus far is how much I end up paying for my C8 Mid Engine Corvette. So let's go ahead and take an overview look of my C8 Mid Engine Corvette. As you all know, this is torch red, which is one of the most popular colors there is regarding the Corvette. And nobody says it's not a Corvette if it's not red. That's what I was told. I'm not saying that's true, but at the end of the day, I had 6 options in the beginning of choosing the C8 Mid Engine Corvette color scheme. And I know torch red was one, white was one, black was one, silver was one, and a couple of other choices. The color I really wanted, as you all know, was Accelerate Yellow. Unfortunately, that color wasn't available due to the strike and everything had been pushed back. So for me, I wanted to go with the most color that I thought was stood out to most, which is the torch red. Now, a lot of you have been asking me, am I going to wrap the car? I'm going to do Lamborghini doors, all that stuff. I haven't decided on it just yet. I just want to be able to enjoy the car that I already chose. But let me go ahead and talk about some of the things that I decided to do with my C8 Corvette and why it came out to be the price that I decided to purchase. So this is, once again, the C8 2020 Mid Engine Corvette. The standard base price of this car was $59,995. As you can see, I went with the 2LT package. Now I would open up the doors, I guess I could on this side, and show you what exactly as you can see right now in the interior, I got the natural interior seats with the 2LT package. A lot of you are going to probably ask me why I decided to go with the GT1 seats instead of the GT2 and the GT3. I actually had the opportunity to sit in all 3 seats. And I'm not one of those high performance racers, so I felt like the GT3 seats wasn't really worth it to me or worth the money. The GT2 seats was super nice, but I sat in them inside the C7 Corvette and I felt like they was a little bit uncomfortable. And once I sat into these seats, I feel like I felt fine. I felt like I didn't really, I felt comfortable in the entire time I was sitting in the seat. I didn't feel any really that much difference between this seat and the other seats. And so that's why I decided to go with the natural interior GT1 seats. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, like, the car drives amazing. It feels comfortable. I love all the buttons and gadgets in the inside of this car. Another thing that I decided to go with was the coupe. And the reason why I went with the coupe is because I felt like the convertible was a super nice, good looking car, but at the same time, that version of this car was not available during the time frame when it was time to pick out the coupe. And for me, to spend an extra $7,000 on a car where you can actually, all you have to do is take 2 minutes of your time to take this top off and put it inside the trunk. Now, I know some of you are gonna ask me, take the top off, take the top off, take the top off. In some video, I will take the top off. As you guys know, I don't know how you can see it from the camera angles right now, but it's definitely a lot of pollen out here, and I'm trying to avoid cleaning a lot of that up. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door really quickly. But I didn't want to pay the extra $7,000 to get the convertible. And don't get me wrong, the convertible is super nice. I personally didn't want to spend the money on that car and decided to go with the coupe instead. One thing that I actually love most about the coupe, other than the convertible, is you get to actually look at the engine area. Now I'm going to raise it right now so we can go ahead and take a look at that. Now, as you can see, I got the motor right here in the back, which every C8 Corvette comes with at this point. And it's a great thing to look at. Now with the convertible, you can't see that. You have no way to see the motor in the back. You have this little space that's about this big, about this wide, just enough to let the air out when you're driving the car in a convertible. And for me, I always wanted to own a mid-engine sports car. I know a lot of you guys wanted the same thing. We look at the Ferraris, look at the Lamborghinis, we look at the McLarens, and those cars, just for me right now, just ain't attainable. And I love the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. It drives well. It drives that much better than C7 Corvette, and you can actually hear the motor behind you and how great it sounds and how well this car is planted on curves and stuff, which is why I think I made a great purchase in purchasing the C8 Mid Engine Corvette Coupe. And once again, because I'm able to see the motor behind me. Now, I said about all the things that I got in my car when I brought it back from the National Corvette Museum. Haven't taken any of that stuff out. As you know, this is the car cover that came with the car. I can't use this again, but hey, I'm keeping it for a little bit of time until I figure out what to do with it. But let's go ahead and get into some other things about this car while I'm sitting right here in the back. You guys see the rear spoiler, right? Something that I've been talking about numerous times in previous videos. This was an additional to the price. It don't come with your car. So if you get the 1LT, the 2LT, or the 3LT, this is not like something that comes standard. You have to actually place this a separate addition to your vehicle. I ordered a Z51 package, which added an extra $5 grand to my bill. On top of that, adding this spoiler added an extra $1,150 to the car as well. Another thing that I added that I was kind of skeptical about, but I decided to go with it instead, which was the engine appearance package. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of aftermarket companies are going to come out with a lot of great things. I'm sure you guys will wait for that to come. But I spoke to 2 of my friends who also decided to build their car without the engine appearance package, and a lot of you not. They both decided that they wish they would have got it. So if you take a look at the motor here, you got the 2 lights up top, which shines down on the motor, which is a great feature to have. As you can see right there, the 2 LED lights. Then you got the 2 carbon fiber pieces that actually goes on each side of the motor to kind of give it that awesome looking feeling when the lights are shining down. Now, when they're clean, other than filled with pollen, as you can see, that's pollen on. I can write my name in if I wanted to. You can see the engine cover has lots of pollen on it as well. But if you decide not to get the engine appearance package, what you do not get is those 2 lights and these 2 carbon fiber pieces, and you would just get the rod that's going across both sides. Now, I'm not gonna say it looks terrible, but it doesn't look that great to me. So in my personal opinion, the engine appearance package is something that I'm glad that I went with. Another thing that I decided to go with regarding this car, once again, was the Z51 package. Now with the Z51 package, you get the upgraded exhaust. With that being said, you take a look at my exhaust right here around this rear diffusers. The rear diffuser is something I love a lot about this car, but the exhaust sounds incredible. Now you got a lot of YouTubers out there that are deciding to take this car and cut their own exhaust, fit their own exhaust and all that stuff. I'm not gonna go through that route right now. I'm just gonna wait until Corsa comes out with the best exhaust you can for this car. And Corsa is one of my sponsors right now, actually. I got Corsa exhaust on my C7 Corvette. love to death. And of course, if you're watching this right now, I'm definitely looking forward to see what you guys bring out regarding the exhaust on this car and all the other modification as well. As you guys can see, I still have the 30-day tags on this vehicle as well. So right now, once again, we are looking at my 2020 C8 Mid Engine Corvette, torch red, natural interior. Another thing that I decided to add to this car that cost a little bit extra money to add it to my invoice, two things actually, was the seat belts, which was $595, which I went with the yellow seat belts, and the calipers, which was also $595. Don't quote me on that. Both those two prices could be different, but they were definitely there's an extra cost for both of those in this car. I never had the opportunity to own a car with a high wing spoiler, never had the opportunity to own a car with different color seat belts, and never had the opportunity to own a car with different color calipers. On my C7, my calipers came black and I decided to paint them red. When I was considering getting my Accelerate yellow car, I was just going to get yellow red calipers to kind of give it a little bit of accent, but I'm glad I went with this color car. And a lot of people was like, hey man, you decided to go with the Ferrari color. I can promise you right now, all day long, that was not my purpose. I am not trying to mock Ferrari. That was never my plan, never my intention. But I appreciate a lot of you guys for saying like, I chose one of the best specs on YouTube regarding the C8 Mid Engine Corvette, and I appreciate each and every one of you for choosing that, or for saying that actually. And a lot of you are gonna choose an awesome spec for your C8 Mid Engine Corvette. I can't wait to see you guys' cars, can't wait to see you guys' photos when you email them to me and all that great stuff. But overall, I truly love what I chose with this C8 Mid Engine Corvette. And to be honest with you, I gotta give a big shout out to Corvette for helping me with this purchase as well, along with Chevrolet, my friends there. They kind of helped me, guide me along the process of this vehicle. Those guys was great. And this purchase price wasn't that bad in my personal as far as some of the other YouTubers. Some of the other YouTubers decided to go with 3LT, carbon fiber on the inside, carbon fiber pieces, suede, and all that stuff. And honestly, for me, you guys, like, I'm not that flashy. I don't need all those carbon fiber pieces. When I think about carbon fiber pieces, I think it for two reasons. They look great, and to make the car a little bit lighter. This car isn't that much lighter than the C7. Actually, this car is a little bit heavier than the C7. So I decided not to go all those extra carbon fiber pieces. For one, I didn't want to delay my car. And two, I think my car looked just fine without those pieces. So overall, you guys asked me, how much did I pay for my C8 Mid Engine Corvette? And I'm gonna go to the trunk, the front actually, and get my bill sheet out so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see right now, this is my bill sheet for my C8 Mid Engine Corvette. Now it's a little flimsy because of the wind and all that stuff. And I apologize to the fire truck. So I'm gonna give them time to do what they gotta do. Alrighty, so we're looking at my bill sheet. I want you guys to understand that this is my accurate bill sheet for this car. It's not laminated though. So as you can see right now, you got the total vehicle purchase price, $79,915 is what I paid for this car. Now, obviously with taxes and all that stuff, it came out to be $84,000. And a lot of you are gonna ask, like, I know a few of you asked me as far as dealership goes, like how many of them asked for a deposit, how many of them didn't. Well, my dealership asked for a $1,000 deposit up front for the whole my allocation. And then as it was time to build my car, which was no more than about a month later, they asked for a second deposit to build my car. Now, some other dealerships didn't do that, some did, which is completely fine. I was completely fine with that because, you know, that money went towards the car anyways. It wasn't like I was just giving them extra money to hold. So the purchase total price of my C8 Mid Engine Corvette was, once again, $79,915. Now, I'll go ahead and admit, there's a lot of car here for that price. A lot of car here for that price. I mean, you can literally get a Stingray 1LT for for $59,995 with taxes and all that stuff, depending on what state you live in. You can get it for $63,000. That's a heck of a car for the price you're going to pay. And I'm telling you right now, you will enjoy it. The C8 Mid Engine Corvette is something that you guys will absolutely love and adore and be able to cherish for a very long time. And I hope these guys, I appreciate you guys watching the channel. Definitely go to my website, check out my key tags, support the channel. Once again, you're watching Clarence from Seek on the Speed 252, and I want to thank you all for pushing that play button. And I catch you in another episode of Seek on the Speed 252. I'm out.